You're watching over and over and over again the Positive Arsenal channel. Hello, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel over and over and over again, which features everything to do with Arsenal. I just really want to do this quick video really just on the Arsenal women. They've played away this afternoon against Manchester United, and unfortunately, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there, it finished Manchester United women 1, Arsenal women 0. They actually lost their 100% league start to the season after 5 wins in a row. This is their first defeat, and actually by winning, Manchester United have now gone to the top of the table by 1 point. They've now got 16 points from their 6 games. Arsenal have 15 points from their 6. Chelsea actually had a good win as well, so they're actually third. They've got 13 points from 5 games, so they have got a game in hand. And they would be able to go top if they win that. So it's still quite a tight title race. But this was a very disappointing performance, a very disappointing result for the Arsenal women who have been going so well. In terms of the team that started, it was Zinsberger in goal as usual. The back four was Warren Moy was right back, Williamson and Schneiderbeck were the 2 centre backs, and McCabe was left back. The 3 in midfield, it was Van der Donk, Goot and Walty, and then the front 3, it was Mead, Meademeyer and Ford. Little was only fit enough for the bench, and Jill Roord as well, of course, has scored a lot of goals this season. So there's still a few injury problems, and maybe that was part of the problem. But to be fair, Manchester United played well in this game from the start. They were probably the better team. They had quite a few chances, couldn't take, and we defended quite well at times, but we certainly lacked fluidity going forward, didn't really create a lot. Of course, Meademeyer, the record goal scorer in the WSL with 52 goals, she didn't get an opportunity to add to that this afternoon. I say it wasn't a particularly good performance from Arsenal from a attacking point of view. Despite that, though, it looked like a draw was going to be how it would finish, in a goalless draw. It looked as though Arsenal had held on, but there was 83 minutes on the clock when Manchester United did get the crucial breakthrough. It was substitute Jess Sigsworth. She chased a loose ball down into the corner. She squared the ball into the penalty area, and it was Ella Toon who came in to slot the ball home it went in off the post to make it 1-0 to Manchester United. The expected Arsenal late rally didn't really materialise, and in fact, it should have been 2-0 in the very late stages. It was Kristen Press, who looked like she had scored. It was a good save, actually, from Zinsberger to keep the score at 1-0. So very disappointing performance from the Arsenal women, and a very disappointing result after 5 straight wins in the league. They've now dropped to their first defeat. Of course, the league title is still very open. It's still very early in the season. It's looking like a 3-horse race again. Instead of Manchester City this time, they've dropped quite a few points already. It looks as though Manchester United are going to be the challengers from the Northwest against the 2 London teams, Arsenal and Chelsea. So it is still very tight at the top. There's only 3 points separating the top 3. And I say Chelsea do have a game in hand. And, of course, Arsenal play Chelsea next week. So games are coming thick and fast. Of course, Arsenal tend to have a poor record against Chelsea in recent times. I think they've lost 6 in a row. But we'll see. It's important to bounce back from this defeat now. So a victory over Chelsea last week will certainly put next week. So will certainly put that right. But so it was a very disjointed performance today from Arsenal. I'm not quite sure why. If you remember, of course, in midweek they did have a good win in the Continental Cup in the group stage. Of course, having lost to Chelsea in the first match, they did beat London City 4-0. It was Meademeyer with all 4 goals in that game. That was in midweek, of course. So it looked as though they was coming at this game on with a bit of confidence, but it didn't really materialise. But fair play to Manchester United. They're a very good side this season. And I say they're unbeaten with after their first 6 games, 5 wins and a draw. And Arsenal now 5 wins and this 1 defeat. So disappointing result in the end, but I say it's still early in the season. There's still lots of time to get this back, and Arsenal are still only 1 point off the top. Let's not get too carried away with it. It's just 1 defeat, but of course with Chelsea next week, that's now a massive game, isn't it? It's important Arsenal bounce back with 3 points in that game to really then put the pressure back on Chelsea. Actually, that would do, wouldn't it? So obviously Chelsea, the only other team in the WSL this season, are unbeaten in the league. So be a big game for Arsenal next week. So I'll obviously be covering that on this channel as well. I'm just sat there and I say, just wanted to cover the Arsenal women. I've been doing it all season. I'm going to continue to do so. So it was a disappointing performance today. They didn't look themselves actually. Man United are a good side. Let's be clear. Unfortunately, the women weren't able to produce a similar performance away at Manchester United that the men were able to last weekend. And it's finished Manchester United women 1, Arsenal women 0. I say Manchester United are now the new leaders in the WSL. Arsenal have dropped down to second, but so it's still a long way to go. One disappointing performance. Let's not let that take over the fact that it's been a great season for the Arsenal women. I just do feel as though maybe a few injuries here and there have been a factor, and they seem to be getting a few players back fit now, which is good. I say Kim Little came on in the second half, Jill Roord as well, and they're both important players. So let's hope they're fit to start next week. And I think that could make a difference as well. But we'll see what happens. I say it's a disappointing result today, but plenty of time to come back and still in with a great chance, of course, in the league. So that's that there. And I say, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like what I do, please subscribe to the channel down there in the corner as well. Really important to help it to grow. I say I will be covering the Arsenal women all throughout the season, even when they have disappointing results such as this one. Coming up later on, I'll be doing the live team news actually quite soon from the Arsenal Aston Villa game. Should have the team news in about 25 minutes, half an hour. So I'll be going live with that as well. So stay tuned to the channel for that coming up in the next half an hour. And then I'll be on the watch along on the Mr. Arsenal podcast as well. I think we're going live about 6:30, but I'll probably be on there a little bit later before kickoff, maybe 7 o'clock. I've got a few things to sort out at my end here, but I'll be on there before kickoff anyway to go over the team and to look forward to the game. I'm sure that's going to be a good game. Let's hope for a better result than the Arsenal women have managed today. I'm sure it will be. Quite excited about that game. It's going to be good. So I say come back to the channel, I say about 6:15, 6:20 for the team news. Once I've got that in, I'll run through that. And then look at the game, and I say I'll be on the watch along on the Mr. Arsenal podcast tomorrow as well. I'll be doing a full review of the Arsenal Aston Villa game as well on the channel, so stay tuned for that. So that should be good, hopefully a good performance. And I'll also be doing my weekend roundup as well. Some interesting games this weekend, an interesting one still going on at the moment, obviously. Manchester City against Liverpool, so lots going on. So stay tuned to the channel. So come back in about half an hour for the team news. And in the meantime, of course, as always, come on, you Gunners! You've been watching over and over and over again the Positive Arsenal channel.